Is your VPN connection to your router's OpenVPN server no longer working? Or maybe you are just setting up your router, and you are getting this error message in your OpenVPN app on your mobile device? I started getting this error after updating OpenVPN app on my iPhone, and I was no longer able to connect to my home VPN. I spent a whole day figuring out how to fix it, and today I want to save your time and nerves, and I will show you how you can upgrade your router's OpenVPN certificates to make it work again. Navigate to your Asus router settings via web browser and in VPN section click on OpenVPN. Here let's switch to Advanced View. Here you can see my preferred setting. I recommend at least SHA 256 authentication encryption method. My default one from factory was SHA 1. New security standards no longer recognize SHA 1 as a secure encryption. For authentication, we should have TLS. It's important HMAC authentication to be bi-directional. My default setting was disabled, but it's no longer working with new security requirements. We will have to click on Content Modification of Keys and Certification to see and change certificates. This certificate authority is no longer recognized as secure by OpenVPN client application because it uses SH1 encryption, and that is why I was getting that error by OpenVPN app when I tried to connect. We can verify that it uses SH1 encryption if we copy the content of this text box into a text file on a computer and change the file extension to CRT. As you can see in Details tab, the signature encryption algorithm is SH1. We can delete this file now, as we no longer need it. Since this key and certificate were both created by the router using this invalid certificate authority, they are no longer usable as well. I will delete all these fields and will show you how to create a new secure certificate authority that uses SH256 encryption algorithm, certificate key, and the new certificate that will make our VPN network safe again. By the way, if you would like your router to regenerate this certificate authority, key, and certificate, you can leave them blank and click Apply to save changes. It will take up to a minute to create new keys and the Export button will appear again, assuming that everything goes well. If not, go back and clear those fields again and click Apply. Eventually they all should get filled in. This is what happens in router log while the keys are regenerated. Once you see the Export button, you know that keys are ready. But those keys will still be invalid with new OpenVPN client app. To generate new keys, we need to use OpenVPN client software on a computer. Navigate to openvpn.net and in Community section click Downloads. Since I'm using Windows, I will download Windows Installer. Once downloaded, run the installer. Click Customize to be able to select option to install EasyRSA certificate management scripts. That's the feature we need to create new keys. By the time I made this video, I figured out a simpler and faster way to create keys by using only EasyRSA and a list of commands to run at once. No need to install OpenVPN. I will show it in my next video. Once the installation is complete, navigate to Installation Directory. In my case, it's C, Drive, Program Files, OpenVPN, easy-rsa. At this point, it's good to know that you can create a vars file from a vars.example file and set your preferred settings there, such as encryption type, certificate expiration time, and more. Default encryption at this time is SHA 256, so we will not make the vars file for simplicity and use default settings in this tutorial. Keep this directory open and we will need it soon. Now click on Start button, type CMD to search for command prompt application. Right-click on it and start it as Administrator. Type CD, space, then full path of the EasyRSA folder you have opened a minute ago, then hit Enter. Now type easy-rsa-start.bat and hit Enter to start the RSA script. I put my step-by-step instruction on left side and command window on the right. We already did step 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we will create a folder where we will be making new files. Run this command. You can see that a new PKI folder was made here. Open this folder and watch how new files and folders will be made here as we run more commands. Now complete step 6 to generate a new certificate authority using default settings. Notice that we use nopass directive in this command to make sure that the script doesn't create a password encrypted certificate authority, because router will not be able to use it otherwise. For common name, I will use OpenVPN Server. We have generated this certificate authority file. As you can see in details, the encryption method is SHA-256 now. That's exactly what we need. Let's go on to number 7 to generate server key and request for generating server certificate. We also use nopass directive here. Replace server cert name with a word like router. If you are following this tutorial, then you can skip steps number 8 and 11. Go ahead and complete steps until step 13, even though is mistakenly numbered as 10. Now we have generated keys for router. Now we need to make keys for VPN client, such as my OpenVPN mobile app. All done with generating keys. Now I will get all needed files and put them all in one folder, and I will delete PKI folder we created in the beginning. Now we can finally go to our router settings page and start entering our new keys. First, I copy the content of certificate authority file, then certificate, then key, and then Diffie-Hellman parameters. Now we can save changes and click Apply to update keys. Once the new keys are applied, an export button should appear. Click on it to download OpenVPN connection file. Once you save it to a folder, open the file in a notepad for editing. We need to enter some content from certificate file into cert section, and then content of key file into key section. All done. We have created an OpenVPN client connection configuration file. Save it and close the text editor. Now we need to transfer it to our client device. I use OpenVPN on my iPhone, so I will use LandDrop to quickly send it to my phone. I open the file with OpenVPN app to install the connection. Sometimes OpenVPN doesn't appear on this list, so I just try again and next time it's there. Once I open the configuration file with OpenVPN app, I click Add, then type in username and password for my VPN network. Click Connect. Enter iPhone passcode, and here we go. Bingo! Now it connects to my home VPN like it should. Like I said, because I didn't know much about certificates, it took me a whole day to find out the cause of the issue and the solution. We can delete these files, because we don't need them anymore. You may want to keep this VPN connection configuration file to connect other devices to your VPN. That's all there is to it. I hope this video was helpful and you won't need to buy a new router anymore. Check out description of this video for additional information. Leave me a comment if you found this video helpful. I tried my best to make it all clear and as simple as possible. If you liked this video, please hit that like button, otherwise just subscribe. I will be posting many informative videos that you won't find anywhere else, so make sure you subscribe to my channel.